Hey guys, it's Doona here. Thank you for joining me for our Yoga for Golfers class every week. So just to let you know, in the description below, there is a link with all the golf yoga videos. So if you enjoy those or if you enjoy this one, please like and subscribe. So let's go ahead and get started right away. We're going to work into more shoulder workouts, more shoulder extensions, more opening of the external as well as the internal of the shoulders for a more powerful golf swing. All right, so we're going to actually get started in tabletop position. Come onto all fours. Stack your wrist underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Oh, before we get started, please grab 2 blocks and a strap as well. Okay, so just like any class of mine, always have those available. All right, so once you're in your tabletop position, let's take 3 rounds of cat and cow pose, getting both into the flexion extension of our spine. So as you inhale, you're going to slightly bend your elbows back towards your thighs, drop your belly, lift your chest, gaze all the way up. And as you exhale, round your back, tuck your chin towards your chest. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Good. From here, as you inhale, thread your right arm, or rather, stretch your right arm all the way up towards the ceiling. Open your right shoulder. Okay, keep leaning your right hand back. And as you exhale, thread your right arm underneath your left. Relax your right cheek all the way down to the floor. Level 1. Feel free to extend your left arm forward. Option 2, feel free to place your left hand behind your lower back or maybe into your right hip crease. Good. So you're reaching your right fingertips across the room. Open your left shoulder back without moving your hips. So keep rolling your left ribs back. Open your chest over to the left. Plant your left palm next to your ear. Come back to tabletop position. Other side. Inhale. Stretch your left arm up towards the ceiling. Open your chest. Gaze up. Exhale. Thread the needle. Left arm underneath your right shoulder. Relax your left cheek. Reach your right arm up and over. Option 2. Thread your right hand between your hip crease. Good. A couple of breaths here. Breathing in and out through your nose. As slowly as you can, pull the navel up. Find that nice shoulder stretch into the front side of your right shoulder. All the way into your upper back. Release your right hand. Plant your left palm, tabletop position. Good. Okay, so we're going to come into child's pose with your 2 blocks. Grab your 2 blocks and let's go and start off with the smallest height for now. Bring the blocks about shoulder width apart. Bring your knees hip width with your big toes to touch. Okay, so you're going to keep your hands on top of the blocks. You're going to stretch your arms forward. Keep going until your chest drops towards the floor and you're able to drop your forehead. So for some, your hips might be way lifted and that's okay. Okay, so it really depends on the flexibility of your hips, your inner thighs, as well as your shoulders. Now, if this is too much for your shoulders, feel free to release the blocks, but this should feel really good for most of you. And you're just relaxing the shoulders, just allowing that slight extension through your upper back, inserting into your big lat muscles. All of that is going to help you increase more of a shoulder turn backswing. Good. Then as you inhale, you're going to lift your chest, slide your hands back forward. Now, same thing, but this time you're going to bring your triceps on top of the blocks. So you want to walk your elbows forward as much as you want. or a can. Bring your palms together. Melt your head between the blocks. Relax your forehead towards the floor and bring your thumbs to the back of your neck. Okay, so now this time you're still getting into the shoulders, your chest, your thoracic spine, but more into the triceps here. Still opening up your hips and inner thighs. This pose is also great for your lower back. One more breath, inhale. And exhale. Awesome. All right, release your hands. Slowly rise and release the blocks to the side. You won't need them anymore. Coming back to your tabletop position. Wrist underneath your shoulders. As you inhale, stretch your right arm forward like you're shaking someone's hand. Without your lower back arching, so keep your core engaged. Extend your left leg back. From here, you're gonna reach your right arm over to the right, then flip your thumb to point down. Bend your left knee and try to grab the outside of your left foot, or rather the inside, or outside rather, okay? From here, opening up through your right shoulder, see if you could kick your feet up as well as back, okay? So the more you kick your feet into your hands, the more stretch you'll feel in your right shoulder. Still opening up through your chest, so bring your chin off your chest and maybe gaze up if you can. This does require some balancing, so stay focused and use your strength to stay balanced. Holding here for another 3. Kick your feet up a little higher for 2 and 1. Slowly release. Good. Same thing on the other side. Inhale, stretch your left arm forward. Exhale, extend your right leg back. Bend your right knee. Grab your right foot with your left hand. Then kick your feet up and back. Good. So you're still opening up the front side of your body as well as your shoulders, but you should also feel that nice hip extension on your right side. Opening up your psoas, inner thigh, hips. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale, slowly release. Good. All right. From here, come up to downward facing dog. Step your feet into high plank first. Then without moving your hands and feet, push your hips up. Good. All right. Take a few rounds here. Pedaling out your knees. Keeping your head relaxed. Lengthen your spine. Good. Then as you inhale, push the floor away. And as you exhale, walk your hands all the way back towards your feet for your first forward fold. So keep your feet outer hip width distance apart to invite space in the backside of your legs. Then right away, interlace your fingers behind your back. Keep your palms connected. Level 1 or option 1. Keep your elbows bent and lift your hands off your lower back. Option 2, you can straighten your arms, but keep your palms connected and bring your arms all the way above your head. Good. So that for that nice shoulder stretch here. You could also sway side to side. Feel free to bend one knee at a time. Shift your weight forward and back. Good. All right. Release your hands and let's come into Malessica. You can widen your stance, point your toes out. Either sit on a block or 2. Hands stays on the floor or hands to heart. Shoulders over hips. Sit up tall. Relax your shoulders. Inhale, open your arms by planting your left fingertips over to the left and reach your right arm up and over. Good. Option 1, feel free to stay here. Option 2, flip your right palm and take a half bind. So very similar to what we did in our thread the needle if you took this variation. So anytime you're doing half binds, it does help you to open up the shoulders a tad bit more. Good. Come back to center. Drop your right fingertips over to the right. Inhale, stretch your left arm up and over. You're more than welcome to stay here. You should still feel that stretch in the front of your left shoulder. Otherwise, take a half bind. Left hand behind your lower back or between your hip crease. Keep peeling your left shoulder back. Good. Release your bind. Come back to center. Take another forward fold. Plant your fingertips. Point your toes forward. Keep your feet hip width or outer hip width. Feel free to bend your knees a lot for your forward fold. Now this time, hook the other thumb on top. So interlacing the opposite grip, the funky grip. Option 1, keep your elbows bent. Option 2, straighten your arms, but try to lift your hands up towards the ceiling. This time, try to find stillness. Maybe close your eyes and just breathe into your shoulders as well as your hamstrings. Good. Slowly release. Let's walk forward to high plank. Wrist underneath your shoulders. Then you're going to drop down to forearm plank. Drop your forearms. Make an 11 shape with your forearms. Palms face down. From here, walk your feet towards your elbows for Dolphin Pose. Good. So this one is the deepest shoulder one so far, and the last one we're going to do today. So take it slow. To feel more space in your shoulders, to loosen it up, to make it easier, walk your feet back. Okay, you're going to still feel that strength and opening through your shoulders. Otherwise, if you've done this before and your shoulders feel open, feel free to walk your feet in. Dolphin pose is very similar to down dog. Spine is lengthened. Push your chest back towards your thighs. Feel free to bend your knees, but try to drop your heels down. Lift your toes. Good. Roll your inner thigh slightly back. Hug the belly in. Draw the front ribs in. One more breath. Inhale. And then as you exhale, drop your knees, and we'll meet in child's pose. Finishing off our practice here with a couple rounds of breath. Slow your body, slow your mind. Thank you so much for joining me for our golf yoga class. I'll see you guys next week. Namaste.